This field was home to legends like Bolino and Staubach, the United States Naval Academy, Indianapolis, and home to the Midshipmen of Navy. What we have in store today, a clash between a pair of... He'll bring it back looking for help. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Mids offense will start this game off. And this guy is a big-time star. Just an electricity follows him onto the field.
He's a workhorse too, Reese. This is a definition of a bell cow running back. He can carry the load for his offense and put his football team on his back.
And the incompletion brings up a second down for this offense. Back to throw, it's Horvat. He's going for the big play. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Getting some heat. Trying to make magic with his feet. Hit the gas, kid, wide open ahead. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver shows motion. Here comes the option. Now the toss. Hard running there. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. 2nd down coming up. They think they can create space here with the run to the right. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to throw deep right side. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. Navy will have to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. No return possible on this one. It goes out of bounds, and they'll mark it right around the 30-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. 1st down here for the offense. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right.
Really good offenses are able to attack short. You've got to be able to attack the whole field to make you honor that underneath part, then the intermediate part, and then you take shots down the field. This will loosen up some shots for later in the game.
Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The RPO, fire complete to the left. They get him down after he makes the catch. They ran it on 1st down, now on 2nd. They're going to throw it again. Got it in the middle, it's Doyle. He almost picked up the 1st down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. 3rd and short from the 49. Is this 4-down territory? To the ground to try to move the chains. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down. And the Tigers are moving quickly down the field. And the timing just a hair off. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on 2nd down. Looking for a man, it's Hennigan. Finds the tight end.
Well, nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the 3rd down manageable. Really putting this offense in a good position.
Quickly to the tight end. A huge pickup on the play before he goes out of bounds, but the question is, will it stand? There is a penalty marker on the field. You just can't hit the quarterback like that. The defender got caught red-handed. From the red zone, it's Anderson. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. 2nd and goal for this offense. Tries again to get it in. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. 3rd and goal where you separate the wheat from the chaff. The give. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Tigers. Man, show some hops for that one.
Some serious vertical right there. I tell you what, everybody in front of you, hey, I'll go by air if I need to. Good job getting in the air, getting the touchdown.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They covered half the field with a 50-yard touchdown drive. And it was closed out by the short yardage touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. He gets a block. He found some really good running room on that one. It just about got loose. As it is, good return to set up the drive. Off play action on first down. Fires to the big fella. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. To throw, it's Horvat. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On third and long, try to convert through the air. Complete to the left. Touchdown, Navy! A great catch and run for 6.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
On to attempt the try. Splits the uprights. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Penn State is ahead early at Happy Valley, but that's not exactly Saquon out there. This game is a long way from being over. They're up by 7 over Kent State. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
Oh, and that pass intercepted. He'll try to take it back. He's at the 10. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, midshipman. That's one of those plays you put a highlighter beside it. Can really swing a game.
100%. There's a couple plays a game where you go back and you look like, man, that changed the whole outcome. What an unbelievable play by the defense, not just to get the turnover, to score the points off.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it. On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner is stopped. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Wants to throw. It's Hennigan. Fires to the big fella. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. Memphis will send the punt team onto the field. Running it back, it's Hodges. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stops. So the first play of the drive will come from the 43. They think there's room to run to the right here. Nice move to keep running. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. up on that play. He'll do it himself. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. 3rd and short now from their own 48. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Keeps it and gets the first down. Smart move to get down with the slide. Here comes Navy back to the line after picking up the first down. Wide out in motion. They'll throw it on first down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Myers. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. This offense has a second down play. Quarterback on the keeper. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense. 3rd and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is 4-down territory. From the gun, wants to pass. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and it's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
Navy will have to punt it away. No opportunity to run it back as the ball goes out of bounds. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Offense gets set for second down. From the gun, running back on the move. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Now facing a 3rd and long. To the air, it's Hennigan. Throws to the wideout. Intercepted. Taking it the other way. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision.
Navy will have it with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Now on 2nd and goal. He's looking to throw. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Navy! A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
And after the loss on that last one, an all-important 2nd down play from the 12. The give to the tailback. Picks his way ahead. He'll get 5 out to the 17-yard line. We make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Setting up the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. team sends it the other way. This is a spot you see many returners try to take a chance, but not this time. The fair catch just inside the 40. Comes out throwing on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Hutchinson. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Line getting set on second down. Got his man quickly. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll keep it himself. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. Now on second down. Dropping back, it's Horvath. It's complete. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play. Navy is clicking on all cylinders right now. Wide receiver coming across in motion. On the option. He'll toss it. At the 20, he's got space. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. And here's the tackle at the line of scrimmage, and that'll send us to the second quarter. At the end of the quarter, Navy has the lead. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. On the option. Quick toss. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, midshipman. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. Ready to try the point after. And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. So that's a 60-yard touchdown drive. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Memphis has the ball back, and the offense ready to go to work. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to...
And that is interception number 3 on the day. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
He had all day to throw that. This offensive line knew coming into today, their challenge was going to be trying to block up the blitzes and give their quarterback time to survey the field. He had all day to throw that one. Unfortunately, made a bad decision and throws it in.
Great spot to start this drive for the offense. He'll pull it on the read. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. Navy lifts anchor in the red zone. Wide receiver now comes in motion. The option look. He'll toss it. Perfectly timed on that pitch, and they pick up the first down on the play. Inside the 15, first and 10 from the 14. He wants it all. Oh, so close to the... And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. Looking for a man. It's Horvath. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Tackled immediately after the catch. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down. They can't pick up the first without scoring. From the gun, wants to pass. And the heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.
You want to change some of this bad luck you've had so far around? Get after the quarterback and get his butt on the ground. Nice job by the defense. This game ain't over. It's still the first half. This is a good start.
They'll play it safe and try for 3. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. And now the lead is extended a little further. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Jacksonville State sure is making it look easy today. What a spectacular performance on the offensive side of the ball. They're up by 17 over Southern Miss. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in the...
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much more.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 2-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
Another incompletion on 3rd down. Memphis will be forced to punt. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Running it back, it's Hodges. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. The offense lining up for a 1st down play. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. Stuck with a running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. Off the play fake. Quarterback on the move, still looking. And he can't find a receiver, and down he goes.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this defense had some matchups they felt really good about up front, and they won one right there, getting to the quarterback, creating a negative play, and they're going to need these guys to start winning more of those because they are finding themselves in a hole here early in the game.
Some 3rd down conversions tougher than others. This one, a long one on 3rd down from the 43. To the air, it's Horvath. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Navy will have to punt it away. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. Memphis has the ball back, and the offense ready to go to work. Boy, 3 and out last time, Davey. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here, Paul.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a 1st down. He's looking to throw it. It's caught. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Short completion last play. Let's see if they throw it again. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. Pocket starts to collapse. And they got him for the sack.
We haven't even gotten to halftime yet. This offense has their hands full trying to keep this quarterback standing up straight. They've already given up multiple sacks. That's the biggest reason why they're trailing by as much as they are. They better go in at halftime and make some big-time adjustments.
Memphis will send the punt team onto the field. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Looking for a block. It's Hodges. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. And Navy will go back on the attack. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together.
Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play. Motion from the offense. Back to pass, it's Horvath. He's right on target. And there's going to be a loss on that play, just run out of bounds and avoiding the contact. They're going back to the ground. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long, this one from the 44. The quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down. Navy will have to punt it away. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. And no shot at a return here as the punt flies out of bounds. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. Memphis will be forced to punt. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He was working his way on the return toward midfield. They'll stop him at the 46. Here comes the offense on 1st down. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. Looking to throw, it's Horvath. Finds his big tight end. Brought down at the 38. It's a pickup of 10 and a 1st down. Fresh set of downs after the completion. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Here it is trying to flex the muscle. They get him down at the 34 after a pickup of 4. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. Snagged in the middle. It's Myers. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the 1st down. Navy is clicking on all cylinders right now. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. They're bringing heat. He had nowhere to go, no place to hide, and they'll knock him down for a loss of 9. He's looking for a man on 2nd down. Finds his tight end. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. Let's see what they've dialed up on 3rd and long from the 22. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his target down the middle. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Makes the grab on the left. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. 2nd down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Navy!
Well, they go back to the option play. Now this is the 2nd time, Paul, this QB has scored running this scheme offensively.
Yeah, and as a defense, you got to understand when you're playing the option, it's responsibility football. I got to stop my assignment. I can't get caught in somebody else's business. You could tell this defense not really ready for this quarterback run game. They better figure it out, or it's going to be a long game.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. Unloads to the wideout. Got it in the middle, it's Taylor. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. He's gonna pass. He's gonna let it go. Got it! And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, Tigers!
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Lining up to add another. Right down the boulevard. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. He'll bring it out. It's Hodges. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Here comes the Navy offense. They're going to throw it to start the drive. On the move and looking deep. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down. They'll line up for a second down play. To the air, it's Horvat. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. He's got it on the right. All kinds of running room. Touchdown, midshipman. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. How about that quarterback taking the shot downfield and delivering to the wide open receiver?
I love this quarterback because he's aggressive. He wants to take shots. He's looking for every opportunity to show off that cannon and that arm talent. He showed it to all of us right there.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Penn State has the lead right now inside Beaver Stadium, but Happy Valley is a tense place right now. This is a tight game. They're up by 9 over Kent State. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Can't hold on. He had him right down the middle, and he flat dropped it. He wants to pass it on second down. Makes his connection. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Got him downfield. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Looking to go up top on first down. Get it out on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short game there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Dropping back, it's Hennigan. Throwing right. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Well, I love the job by the coaching staff there defensively, matching the personnel of the offense, putting their dime package out on the field. So you bring out the extra defensive back, you're anticipating a pass, perfect timing to run that personnel, and you get the pick.
And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Pressure coming. And the quarterback is snowed under. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He's got great speed, working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. A first down for the offense. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds. They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Coming after him. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Referee signals timeout as the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Leaves it with the running back. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. Memphis will send the punt team onto the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Makes a move. They finally make the stop, but that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Fellas, you have been calling a great broadcast today from there in Annapolis. Toughest job inside that stadium right now might just be the scoreboard operator after all those first downs and touchdowns. Big plays have defined this one, thanks to 2 of the best receiving corps in all of college football. Let's see if these defenses can adjust and make the necessary chess moves. And with that, let's send it back to the guys on the hallowed grounds of the U.S. Naval Academy.
Navy will kick it deep to get the second half underway. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. Pulls it, fired complete. Crosses the 30, he's got away. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. From the gun, running back gets the give. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He's got it on the right. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. Going deep. And the DB making a huge play, knocking it away downfield. Memphis will be forced to punt. They'll look to pin him deep. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. And Navy will go back on the attack. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen.
They couldn't draw up a better way to start a drive, and now they've got it 1st and 10 from the 41. Handoff from the gun. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Running behind that left side. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. Tried to pound it on first down. Now back to the line. From the gun, the ground game. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs. Here comes Navy back to the line after picking up the first down. Give to the back. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop it. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Fights off a defender. And he's brought down, but the defender got a face full of stiff arm before he picked up that first down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. 2nd down coming. Let's see if they go back to the air on 2nd down. Fast motion from the offense. He'll ride his man on the option. Oh, and after the big gain, the ball's loose.
And I tell you what, it's hard to be a quarterback in an option offense when you got so many things you have to be accountable for, and then you got to take care of the football, right? When you do make the decision to run, right or wrong, it's your decision. Now you got to wrap that thing up. You can't fumble the football there.
Found some space and crosses the 10 out to the 11. It's a pickup of 6. Looking to throw, it's Hennigan. Fires to the tight end. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks. A lot of yardage in front of them. 1st and 10 from their own 19. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Fires to the catch in the middle. It's Taylor. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35. Leaves it with the back. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. He's looking to throw. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. They have it at the 43, 3rd and short, trying to avoid making a decision on 4th down. That'll be enough for a first down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48. Bunch formation, trying to confuse the secondary. He'll come out throwing on first down. Gets it out fast. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game. Now on 2nd down. Trying play action. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And the defense just gets their 4th sack of the day. Guess what? This offensive line, they gave up 4 last week too. So you needed some consistency up front. Make sure you protect that QB that can make those big plays for you.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. Memphis will send the punt team onto the field. Gets it away, good distance, but more importantly, just the direction he wanted. And here comes the Navy offense. That fumble in plus territory just ruined that last drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating when you got the offense moving a little bit and you put that thing on the deck, Jesse. But move on, reload, forget about it.
At the end of the day, it's just fundamental football, right? They practice it all week. 5 points of pressure. Every ball carrier has to have it. They just got to do a better job moving forward.
Caught over the middle. It's Myers. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. It'll be a draw. And the defense had its hands full, but they finally wrestle him down short of the first down. Navy will have to punt it away. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. Surprisingly makes a fair catch just outside the 40-yard line. Good field position here as they start this drive from their 43. From the gun. Give on the inside. creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. Now the play fake. Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets him 30-plus.
Love the individual effort by the wide receiver after the catch, making people miss, showing you the speed. Now he set up his offense down in the red zone.
Run in the red zone, it's Anderson. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. And now on second down for this offense. He's looking to throw. Fires to the middle. He's got it. Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it, first and goal. The Tigers have their offense in high gear. They move the tight end all over. They'll use the running game on first and goal. Touchdown, Memphis! And they take it in for 6 more points. Up and over, Yamo be there into the end zone.
And you don't want to leave your feet very often in football, but this is one of those areas where you do. In the end zone, near the goal line, you smell it. A lot of bodies in front of you. Just get up, get over top of them, get that touchdown.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. Right down the middle. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking to throw, it's Horvat. Out of the backfield, he's open. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
Here comes Navy back to the line after picking up the first down. Looking to move it through the air. And he left that one short, tried to baby it in there. He's got to turn it loose. Back to the line after the incompletion. 2nd and 10 from the 37. It's a draw. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. 3rd and short now. They snap it from their own 46. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Fires into traffic. Picked off. Trying to take it back. At the 30. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Memphis. What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, brother.
And now they'll try to get the 2-point conversion, guys. Scanning the field, it's Hennigan. Trying to get to him. The pressure gets to him. Quarterback is sacked, and the 2-point attempt is denied, and the lead stays right where it is. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick six. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And Navy will go back on the attack. That last pick six after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards but did what they're supposed to do. Now, Jesse, this offense has to put a drive together.
Yeah, they have to recapture some momentum here. What they can't do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. On third down, he drops to throw. Lofts one deep down the right side. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. Touchdown, Navy! And the stomping has commenced.
A lot of times you see those receivers, as soon as they get by the DBs, you know, that hand goes straight up in the air. I got him. I got to step on him. He got to step on him. And the ball is thrown perfectly out in front. You can see he runs underneath it, gets it, and gets the long touchdown on the go route.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Northern Illinois has the lead right now, but they haven't been able to separate themselves just yet inside Husky Stadium. They're up by 8 over Buffalo. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. 8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. They'll run it from the gun. Dragged down at the 30 after a 5-yard gain. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Looking downfield, it's Hennigan. Takes the easy throw in the flat. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. These two quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. After that last completion, it's second down. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. From the gun, wants to pass. And he just throws it away on third down. I don't think you can give up on a play like that. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from. Powers through. He's out of bounds, showing off the hands on the pick, and then the nifty moves on a terrific return.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's fourth down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
And here comes the Navy offense. Off the play fake on first down. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off.
Obviously, this game hasn't gone the way they would have liked, but coaches are always looking for positive moments and things that you can build on. How about that young man going out, getting an interception? Yeah, they're being blown out. They're probably not going to win this football game, but that is the type of play that as a coaching staff you can build on for next week's game.
We'll see the offense make its way onto the field here, hoping for a successful drive. Trying to find his man on first down. Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
And this offense has got to kick it in high gear now. Making a big play, that is great, but we got to go up-tempo. We got to go fast. We're trailing big in this ball game. We got to put a lot of drives together and maybe even get lucky with an onside kick.
You love to deliver a punch on the first play of the drive. They've got it at the 46 on first down. Dropping back, it's Hennigan. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play. And here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. This time he's got his man. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. Memphis coming to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. He makes the connection. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Let's see what they've got on second down. They want to just keep throwing it. Finds his big tight end. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's give him 10 yards on the play, and it is enough for a first down. Leaves it with the back. Steamrolls his way ahead. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. He'll do it himself. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. From here, it would just be a 30-yard field goal try. Let's see how aggressive they're going to be to try to pick up that first down. Fires toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. He's got it, and they convert. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. Memphis hoping to take advantage of this red zone trip. Going up top on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. After the incompletion, they go back up top. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. Feeling some heat. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
And the defense able to get pressure to the quarterback, and they've got everybody trying to swipe at the football. The impact on the hit sometimes jars the ball loose. Great job with the pass rush and a better job forcing a turnover.
And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get loud.
He's just winning that matchup in the slot every time.
And when you put him in the slot, Reese, he's closer to the quarterback. It's an easier throw. We can run in, we can run out, and really take advantage of his versatility of the guy in that slot position.
From their own 23, it'll be 1st and 10. The run from the shotgun. Barrels all the way to the 29, a gain of 6. 6-yard pickup on first down, leaves them with 2nd and 4. Hand off from the shotgun. Tackle is made after the first down. Navy is clicking on all cylinders right now. The give on the inside. They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up 1 to the 35. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. Navy will have to punt it away. Looking for a block. It's straight. Slips through the line. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. They're trying to get to him. And they got him. He'll get him down for the sack.
This quarterback has been under duress all game long. He's one of the best in the country, and he's used to having his way. He's the one who's used to dictating to opposing defenses, but that has not been the case in this game. Here we are late. He's still under pressure, taking a sack there.
That offense having to deal with the last thing you want on first down, giving up a sack as they come up to the line on second down. Catch in the middle. It's straight. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Memphis!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
PAT unit on the field. Splits those uprights right in half. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a huge play in the passing game, covering 67 yards to the end zone. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. They stop him after a 6-yard run out through the 24. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on second and 4. Get back. They get him stopped after a gain of 4 out through the 28. Here they come, trying to convert a third and short from the 28. Goes to the option. Breaks the tackle. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. At the 40, there he goes.
Great job by the defense, forcing the fumble, but a bad, unfortunate bounce, and the offense pounces back on it.
The give to the running back from the shotgun.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. In the dead center of the field as they try to convert this third and short. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away. The punt team makes its way onto the field. He'll try to really get into this one. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. They'll start this drive with a pass. Looking left. He makes a catch. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down. Memphis wants to move quickly.
Here's the deal. You're down 3 possessions. You know, it doesn't feel likely they're going to come back and win, but we've seen crazier stuff happen in college football.
Going to take a shot at this DB. He's got it inside the 30. He's loose down the middle. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Tigers.
Well, as a defense, you know you're going to see the go route, especially against this guy. He does it to defenses, it seems, every single week, and so they're not able to get back deep enough to get run by. He makes the catch and then runs it into the end zone. They're going to have to change up their coverage and get some safety help up over the top because this guy's speed is a problem.
Getting set for the point after. smashes it through for the PAT. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Army is in trouble right now, and unless something changes, this could be the kind of loss that sets that program back significantly. They're trailing by 21 to Rice. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Here comes the offense on second down. The give as they work on that clock. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain. Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on third and short. On the option. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. We've reached a 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He came so close to pinning them deep, but maybe just a little too greedy. Tried to get it too close, and it'll come out to the 20. Back to throw, it's Hennigan. He's got his man. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. He wants to throw here on second down. He's got an open man. Oh, look out! He's at the 10. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
And listen, still a ways to go, but great job by this offense getting you back in the ball game. Now, we got a one-possession game. We've got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stopped? Now, the defense has to come up big and get me the rock back.
Now they'll try to get the 2 and make it a 3-point game late. Wants to go up top. He gets it in for the 2-point conversion, and now they trail by only 3. They got the touchdown they needed. Now trailing by a field goal, they'll line up for the onside kick. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. And Navy will go back on the attack. Now we've got a little game pressure, and we'll see how the offense responds in a 3-point game, Jesse.
I can't wait to see this quarterback and how he's going to be able to handle that pressure, David. How will he respond in this situation?
And just knowing, listen, I'm only up by 3 now. If I can make this a 2-score game, I can almost put this away in the fourth quarter.
He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And the quarterback will just drop to a knee. When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back to show both offenses.
Dial it up and let it run. I mean, that's essentially what we saw in this game. It didn't matter what either offensive coordinator was calling. Everything seemed to work through throwing the football in the intermediate passing game, the RPOs, the run game, David. This was just clinical offensive football.
And offenses that evolve so much, they can do so many different things, and they know how to use their playmakers, get speed and space, make those big plays. So that's why offenses are ahead of defenses in this game. It was no different.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.